Good afternoon. I'm Heather Bellmeyer. I am the President and CEO of the Orange County Chamber of Commerce. I am joined today by Ron Colavita, who is the President and CEO of Access Supports for Living and also a corporate partner to the Orange County Chamber of Commerce. Welcome, Ron.
Hi, good afternoon. How are you?
I'm wonderful. Thanks so much for joining us today. Ron, can you give us a quick overview about Access Supports for Living for those of us joining us today that aren't aware?
Sure. So, access to many in the Orange County community would have known occupations for many years, dating back almost 60 of them, but about 6.5 years ago now, name change to Access when we kind of consolidated a number of affiliate organizations together. But Access supports people with developmental disabilities, behavioral health, meaning mental health and substance use. We also work with children in a variety of ways. We have housing programs, employment programs for people with disabilities. We have a large transportation network. There's a whole bunch of stuff, but essentially at the end of the day, our mission is to help people live the healthiest and fullest lives possible. So, however that may be, we can generally plug in and support people in a lot of different places.
Wonderful work being done in this community and many counties. Am I correct? 9 counties now?
9, soon to be 15. So there's some work occurring that's expanding services through some affiliations down into, but more so in Westchester. We already do some work in Westchester today. More broadly into Westchester around the middle of this year that occurred, and then some further expansion into the city boroughs and Long Island. So that's where the additional funds come from. But more or less supporting people from the tip of Long Island up to just south of the capital district.
Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you, Ron. And now I was just at your gala. Fabulous job by you and your team. Thank you so much. At your gala, you honored Senator Schumer, and there was an announcement of additional funding. Do you want to talk about that a little bit?
Sure. So so last week it was actually a great coincidence. We were honoring Senator Schumer and the work of RECAP here in the Orange County community. But we had received federal funding previously that supported the launch of what we call mental health and substance use urgent care programs. And those programs allow for 24/7 access virtually, but also in person Monday through Friday, 10 to 6 p.m. access where people can walk in with a mental health or substance use concern, see a licensed professional, and also have access to psychiatry. Those services serve from ages 5 and up, so children and adults. And the dollars that we just received were an expansion to expand services in Orange County and in Ulster County with a focus on the Latinx communities. So greater Spanish-speaking resources, as well as expanding the crisis response in Ulster County to more round-the-clock options. But for anyone listening, these services are available to anyone in the community, businesses, and otherwise. They can be accessed virtually at any time at 888-750-2266. Option 2. The rest of the options connect you to any of our other services. And if there was a mental health or substance use crisis call, that's option 1.
Thank you so much. That there is such an epidemic with substance abuse in our county, and Ulster County is really seeing it rise. So I really appreciate that you brought that up.
Yeah, we've seen since the opening of our urgent care in May 2019, over 5,600 people have come into just that forum. We have the established clinical and regular appointment-based services that we've had for many years, including part of the team in the Orange County Crisis Response as well as in Ulster County. But yeah, 5,600 people, and over half of them were new to service people who didn't know.
Well, I want to kind of turn the tide a little bit now because I am very fortunate to sit on the Think Differently Orange Committee. And one of the things that we talk quite often about is how the employment services for the developmentally disabled. So Legoland, I know, has hired a lot of the people that you serve. So tell us about that.
Sure. So employment is our old name I mentioned, so it's central to what we what we do. We think it's a really important piece. So we at Access both have jobs that we host. We host nearly 300 jobs for people with disabilities in manufacturing and various service areas. But we also support people in the community employment. Around 200 of them and more with our partnership with the Guidance Center in Westchester. Legoland, being one of the early members of the Access Employer Network, has really come to the table. I probably don't know the exact count anymore, 7, 9 employees. It's a routine thing now that we're working together, where they see the value of having employment, and there's no better time to explore that if you're a business looking for work. There's a nationwide labor shortage, and I don't think there's any area spared. We definitely are hiring all the time for positions in any different area on our website, but happy to have partners like Legoland, where we're also looking at a group of people, those with disabilities, that have had the largest percentage of unemployment, no matter what situation we have. Pandemic, low unemployment, high unemployment, numbers have always been 30% or higher, so this group is often overlooked, and we know they do fantastic work and can do tremendous work.
Thank you. Now, staying along the same lines, talk to us about Access Business Solutions. I know that there's hearing protection that's provided. I know during the pandemic, there was a pivot for hand sanitizers to be. So tell our viewers about that.
Sure. So ABS, or Access Business Solutions, is a division of Access that supports people working at Access with disabilities. So it's a mission focused, but it also allows us to generate some surplus in some areas that help fund things that don't have maybe the same funding that you'd like them to have for traditional services. So it's a win-win. And we make and sell service. We make products and sell services that people just need. So hearing protection, there's a line of earplugs and earmuffs and things that we would use in all kinds of industrial or work settings. It's just a core safety product. We also have some office products like staplers and different types of paper fasteners. So there's a number of manufacturing items. We also provide services in custodial services, food service, facilities management, landscaping, and snow removal. And the most recent one, which is also one that I know many members use, is a mailing service. So we partnered with a company called D&D Mailing, who's a long-time Orange County mailing service, and they're now part of the Access system. So we can do direct mailing as well. All those things are things that people may just use in the course of business or life. So we would like people to consider us because you're also helping someone achieve or maintain employment.
That is fabulous. It makes my heart warm to hear all about that. And to provide this information to the businesses that are watching, and for them to know that this is available to them should they like to engage in these services. That information is running at the bottom of the screen, but not just to engage in the services, to also support Access in any way possible, whether you're interested in sponsoring one of their events or being a part of any of their other opportunities that they have available to you. That information is running at the bottom of the screen. Ron, tell us a little bit how a business could get involved.
So lots of ways. So I think obviously I mentioned things that we sell or make. Those are easy ones. There's also come to understand what we can offer from that perspective, but also we also have things that we can share and are happy to, whether it's around suicide awareness and protection, mental health in the workplace. There's those types of services that we can also provide and are happy to the business community, because as we know, and you mentioned when we kind of started, no one is spared really from mental health or substance use. It'd be hard pressed to find someone who doesn't have that experience either directly or in someone close to them. So, and that doesn't just happen at home. It happens in the workplace. So we're happy to also provide those services, and just get to know us. There's lots of things that we do, and there's probably different ways that we can partner.
Well, thank you. I commend you and your team for all of the hard work you do every day serving our community and beyond, the Orange County community. And thank you for your support of the chamber, allowing us to support you as well, and looking forward to continuing to do so. Thanks, Ron.
Thanks, Heather. Have a good day.
All right. Have a great day. Once again, I'm Heather Bellmeyer. I am the president and CEO of the Orange County Chamber of Commerce. Excited to bring to you another member that you can go ahead and check out to support. You can find them as you're seeing on the bottom of your screen again, or at our directory, orangeny.com. Thank you to our corporate partners, to our board of directors, our ambassadors, and all of our members for your continued support. We look forward to seeing you for another episode of Meet the Member next Monday.